your question for give me 5 minutes and we're gonna get there. Yeah. Hi,
Mhm.
Cynthia. Hello. Uh, welcome.
Sage, hi
This
there.
is gonna be very interesting for
Sorry, hi.
people in the YouTube live that they're gonna hear. The first thing that they're gonna hear is gonna be "Hi, Cynthia," and they're gonna be like, "Oh my, am I Cynthia?" Like, just it just got here. Uh, folks. First of all, thank you very much for coming to this live. Thank you for being in our WhatsApp group. If you've noticed, Walter and I were both horrible at social media and Instagram and reels and stories and uh, cute videos to show on Instagram. So we decided to focus our efforts on LinkedIn and the WhatsApp community because it's a place where we feel that we get heard with a bit more ease and we don't compete with uh, cats, for instance. So it's a pleasure to have you folks here. It's an honor to have you in our daily ELT posts. And it's very interesting that we managed to get 200 people who are so interested in language education that they signed for a community where you get ELT stuff every day on your phone. So this is interesting.
Um,
So
we're
thank you
we're
for
we're
that.
very grateful. Yeah, we're very
Yeah,
grateful.
very
Yes.
grateful. Yep. And this talk today, this chat today, aside from raffling the ticket for Breast CISO conference, which some of you might be here for that, we wanted to talk about professional development, different routes for professional development, and mention a couple of ways that we can help you develop as a teacher in the next semester or the other semester in case um, budget is tight or you don't have the schedule for next semester. We know that happens, right? Um, I've for some time I've felt that that anxiety of missing out on events and the anxiety of not being present in professional development initiatives. And I get the feeling that this is because we get lots of them on Instagram and LinkedIn. And there seems to be this um, infinite offer of courses for teachers and courses for language development and the like. And this fear of missing out kind of helped me to design, kind of led me to design uh, a framework on how to decide what CPD initiative I would embark on and which would not be worth my time. There is this philosopher, this Greek philosopher, that he divides human desires into three categories. He's called Epicurus, if you're familiar with philosophy. Yeah. So Epicurus divides human desires into natural and necessary, natural and unnecessary, and unnatural and unnecessary. Natural desires are those that um, every human has them. It's in our nature. Yeah. Necessary means that if you don't fulfill these desires, if you don't satisfy these desires, you die. Yeah. So, and if you think about it, we don't have many of those. We got like what? Sleeping, eating, drinking, breathing. That's that's about it, right? And then we have the ones that are natural, that are common for everybody, but they are not necessary. They are optional. Yeah. So, for instance, drinking wine is a natural desire, I feel, but it's a necessary. Yeah. Going to a sushi buffet is a natural desire if you like sushi, but it is a necessary. But they make life a bit more colorful. Yeah. Um, and then we have the desires that are unnatural, meaning that they're not common to everybody, and they are unnecessary, meaning you really don't need them. So fame, followers on Instagram or the like. So the idea of this framework, borrowed from Epicurus, was to imagine the desires that would be natural and necessary for me to perform my job, or a job that I would like to have in the future, depending if you'd like to be a coordinator, a materials writer, or a teacher educator. Yeah, so then you can analyze the desires not aimed at the things that you need to do now, but the things you would like to do in the future. Yeah. And I feel that if you use the framework to look at what is necessary and what is natural to that job, to that role, you can more easily find the CPD initiatives that align with your goal, with your purpose. So, for instance, I'm a private English teacher, and I also work with teachers. So it is natural for me to desire a very high level of language proficiency. It is natural to me to desire a very high level of familiarity with methods, approaches, and teaching skills and teaching knowledge, and the knowledge of how people learn languages. Yeah. And it is also natural and necessary for me to know how adult learners learn and how adult learners learn languages. Yeah, which is different from how kids learn languages and how teenagers learn languages. And with that in mind, Walter and I, we got together to address some of these needs. Yes, and we decided to tackle uh, three areas, three main areas. We decided to tackle teachers' confidence in their language, in their English. We decided to tackle teachers' lesson structures, and we decided to tackle teachers' methodological depth to decide what works best and when it works best. So these are the three key pillars that we will be tackling next semester. And this chat today is to share a little bit on the courses that we're having. The first one, to tackle the most essential aspect of language teaching, in my perspective at least, and Walter's as well, I bet, is
It is.
uh, language development, right? So a good language teacher should have the highest level of language proficiency as it is feasible and possible, right? We do not subscribe to the idea that teachers should sound like natives, or that the native speaker is the target or the goal or the reference. We think that a bilingual proficient speaker is much more valuable than someone who was just born in the language, right? So I feel that bilingual teachers, they actually have an advantage. For our language development course for teachers, we decided to go a different route than what we see um, in the market. We've seen language development courses for teachers that focus on giving teachers explicit knowledge on the language. So courses that would cover a myriad of advanced grammar structures. So you would have lesson one, a lecture on subjunctives. Lesson two, a lecture on conditionals. Lesson three, a lecture on adverbial phrases, and so on and so forth. So to give teachers knowledge about the language. We decided to go the route of developing teachers' competence and implicit knowledge on the language. So we want teachers to become better users of English, because we feel that once you have acquired the language yourself, it is easier for you to describe it to your student whenever you need to describe it to your student. which in our perspective is not very often, but we're going to tackle that in the future. So what we're bringing with this language development course is a 100% interactive course. No lectures. This is a task-based course in which teachers are expected to speak the whole lesson, because we believe that the way that we develop implicit knowledge of a language is by using the language and not by being told about the language. This is why we were having very small groups, so 6 to 8 teachers tops, because we want to be able to monitor. We want to give everybody a chance to speak. And you will also be encouraged to do some extensive reading. We're going to be reading a book on language teaching and discussing this book in class. This course is one of 34 hours spread throughout the next semester. Walter, am I missing something?
Yeah, I just wrote it. When we talk about content and talking about implicit knowledge, it is important to mention that these lessons in language development, Bruno mentioned pre-selected items, language items, like having a target language. So people who just finished the Celta target language is a term that you're familiar with. A TBL course in this, let's say, Bruno, I'd like to say we are purists in terms of TBL, but what I mean is we are not going to have pre-selected language because the language is emergent, right? And when I say that, it is because the course, well, we're going to have a needs analysis and we're going to identify your needs, your lacks, and your wants. And that's how we're going to devise the whole syllabus of the course. It's important to say that there is no course book in this course, right? There's no course book in there because it is based on your needs, lacks, and wants, right? Yeah, Bruno, I think that was it.
Okay. And for and because of this interactivity, this course is one that is not recorded. So in case you missed the classes, unfortunately, Matt, you missed the opportunity to, well, the opportunity to use the language and thus develop while using the language. Cool, Janaki, this is your course, the next one. The next need that we decided to tackle was structure, lesson structure. And this TKT prep course is one that we designed especially for teachers who feel that either their teaching is a bit too intuitive and too intuitive in a way that they just like this intuition-based choices. This is a course for teachers who are not yet qualified, or for teachers who have not received any form of formal training. So maybe you've attended a couple of webinars, you've read a couple of books, but you never had a job or worked in a place where there was teacher training, right? So professional teacher training being done. So the TKT course is a test, teach, test based course, meaning that, oh, that's great, Janaki.
Yes.
Meaning that we are going to cover TKT modules 1, 2, and 3 in a way that you're going to do the task proposed, and based on your performance of the task proposed, we will focus on the areas that were challenging. Yeah, so similarly to the TBL course for language, this one will focus on the teacher's needs, the teachers that are part of the course. And again, our lecture, this is a lecture-based course. but our lecture during the sessions will be based off the teacher's performance during the initial task during every class. We're going to do one task every class and then discuss the task and the content that was necessary for this task. This is a 24-hour course, so it's shorter than the language development for teachers course, and meaning that lessons are weekly, 2 hours a week on Saturday, this one, if I'm not mistaken, but we don't go to December 15th. So way before Jingle Bells, you will be on vacation for this course.
Okay.
This is a course that we can record, so we
Mhm.
will record the lessons in case you have to miss one. But I mean, don't miss the classes. Yeah, I mean, I think the discussions are much more interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
You would be missing out. Yeah. I just wanted to say something here because I wrote in there professional knowledge. If you feel like if you're in a staff room with other teachers and like you start having a conversation, people are talking about teaching, and you feel like you lack terminology to express your thoughts, for example, or sometimes even in terms of language. Okay, so like in terms of grammar and that kind of thing, because the TTT will test that, so we need to focus on that. So there is a lot of terminology in to address those lacks, right, in your teaching.
Mhm.
Very cute scene. Well, and when we say structure, it also has to do with these very words, like the framework itself, right? Because we will talk about that, and the TKT talks about methodology as well. So the structure is there. So
Mhm.
basically, you take the TKT prep, and it is about the teaching structure, but it has to do with your confidence as well.
Mhm. Yeah. And you can sit the exam and get 3 certificates at the end of the course, right? So
Okay,
it's,
exactly. So yeah, if you want,
yeah.
this could be a first certificate, right?
Mhm.
First certification for
And
you.
it's a very interesting first certification. Yeah.
Yes,
It
and
will
and
help
just
you
so you know,
tons for the Celta in the future as well.
invaluable, right? It's a
Mhm.
valuable experience, and it does make a difference. There are schools that will appreciate having a teacher that has that. Yes, somebody, Gabriel. Yes, yes. You see that there is a step by step, right, Gabriel? So you take the TKT, so you get that feeling of progress, right? Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. The material, Erica. Yes, we have a material for this. We have a book for this, which is the official Cambridge uh, preparation book. It's the TKT book. It's about $200, not mistaken. Uh,
Um,
yeah,
maybe
256.
yes, yeah,
Yes,
about that, right?
256. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. The next one, for depth, and this is the queridinho, I'm gonna be honest, is our Delta Prep course. Yeah. So, in the past, and Wesley, thank you for being here, and thank you for the experience. We ran a Delta Prep pilot course because we wanted to try out the experience of prepping teachers for the Delta exam. We designed a modular course focused on methods and approaches, and I think it was quite successful. Don't you think, Wesley? I think it was quite a fun experience.
Absolutely. It was great. The atmosphere, how the course was conducted, really took a little bit of the weight off our shoulders in terms of, okay, It is hard work. It is tough, but it's absolutely doable. You really showed us that there's a path, there are strategies, and for me specifically, after 30 plus years of teaching, the reflective part was something that really, really made my time. It was amazing how everything you mentioned, both of you mentioned in the course, made me reflect about my the trade as a whole. It was
Mhm.
great. It's just a great opportunity.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
had a
It
great
means a
time too.
lot to us. Yeah,
Yeah.
it means a lot to us, Wesley. Yes, a
And for
professional
this,
of your caliber,
yeah. And for this semester, we've decided to pack everything that Delta is about in one semester, in one long semester. This is 34 hours of synchronous study. We're going to have some reading. We're going to have some videos for you folks to watch, some of them produced by us and some of them curated online. We're going to have some written material as well, but you are expected to spend 2 hours a week for the live sessions, but also I would suggest at least 2 more hours a week to do the reading, to watch some videos, to watch the lessons again, something like that. This course will be recorded. We're going to have the live sessions, and they will all be recorded. Lots of mock tests, lots of mock activities. We're planning to have at least one mock task every class. So every week, we're going to work on a mock task from the Delta. And our plan is that by the end of this semester, if you do the reading, if you work on the mocks, if you come to the classes, if you watch the videos, you should be ready to take the exam uh, after this course. On the other hand, if you're not in a hurry to take the Delta for any reason, I would highly encourage you to not schedule the test, take the prep course, do your study, do your reading, and then when you feel ready for the test, and this is what we told participants in our first pilot course, is that the worst thing that you can do for the Delta is to add to the complexity of the exam, add anxiety of a deadline, right? So the Delta is a master's level diploma. So it's a lot of content, it's a lot to cover. There are many fine details on the Delta, and it is definitely something that you want to take slow. You want to enjoy the ride. You want to study with us, and then stay in the WhatsApp group, discuss, read the material that we send till you feel you're ready.
Yeah, and something important to mention when we say master's level, we cannot say that a Delta is a master's degree. However, in the off qual, uh, you have all the levels of certificates and degrees and so on. A master's degree and a Delta are both level 7, so that's what we mean by level 7, right? And I'm not even going to write all the content that you have in the Delta, because you have methods and approaches, you have frameworks is a part of that, you have phonology, you have genres like written
Assessment.
genres, spoken genre, and so on. You have assessment, a lot of things on assessment. So the package is really broad. I'm not even going to write all of that, but that's why we're talking. I wrote in there expert level, expert professional knowledge, right? You really have to dive really deep in your teaching, and it does make a difference, right?
Mhm.
Bruno and I had
It's
very
a lot
different
of fun.
experiences.
It's a very
Oh yeah,
interesting
it
course.
is. Yeah. It's a lot of work, but it is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We had different experiences because Bruno, you took two
Three. I
two
took three prep courses.
three prep
Yeah.
prep courses, and
Yeah.
yes, and like I took one, and this is the idea that we're devising here, like a full delta prep, instead of going one of the modules every semester, very robust, let's say. But in this case, we're going to tackle the whole content, like all the modules in one semester. So yes, there will be some reading, and there will be a lot of mocks, or mini mocks, if you will,
Mhm.
because there is a lot of content to be tackled, right?
Mhm.
But then again, I have to say it. I love the experience, and
Mhm.
if you're looking, you want to challenge yourself, you already have a lot of experience, you've been teaching for a while, maybe you have the Celta, some people have even the iCelt.
Mhm.
This is the time, go for it.
Mhm. If you have a literacy degree as well, right? So any
Hmm.
form of qualification to be ready for Delta. Yeah. Folks, and these are this is the core of what we're offering next semester. We also have two interesting asynchronous choices. So together with the TKT, let's say at the same level of the TKT, we have a Celta warm up. So a course for teachers who are getting ready to take the Celta or thinking about taking the Celta. This is a course that will get you started on the content and the topics that will be discussed during the Celta. It's a very interesting course. It's like an overview of Celta and tips on how to make the most of the experience. If you are a qualified teacher and your goal is to move beyond traditional methods of teaching, such as PPP or controlled practice and freer practice and test teach test, you can look for our Breaching the ELT Matrix course, which is a Delta level in terms of complexity. Yeah, and the Breaching the ELT Matrix is 18 hours, about 18 to 20 hours of content, right? If I'm not mistaken.
you, you know it is
Yeah,
about that, I think. Yeah,
yeah, um,
something on the lines of 18-20 hours.
yeah,
Yes. Yep.
yeah.
I can
And
I can check.
and here's our invitation for you folks before we get uh, to the raffle. Next week on Friday and Saturday, we're gonna be hosting open classes. The first class of each of these courses will be an open class, and you folks are all invited to come. Yeah. I must say, for the sake of transparency, this is a sales strategy. So we are inviting you folks to come to a free class because we want you folks to be with us next semester, right? So, and I think that uh, nothing better than trying the thing to decide whether or not the thing is for you, right? So we're going to have the first class of each course. So language development for teachers, Delta Prep, and the TKT Prep next week. The language development for teachers is on Friday from 9 to 10. The Delta Prep uh, class is on Friday, July 4th, from 2 to 3 in the afternoon, of course. And the TKT Prep is on Saturday from 10 to 11. Just a reminder, these courses are all 2 hour long lessons, but this week they're going to be 1 hour long just to give the gostinho, right? Uh, of the, yeah. So I'm going to be sending this to you folks through WhatsApp or email, depending the one you gave us. But here are the links. Okay, so you can just copy the link, get that on your calendar, and join us next week. Yeah. And Okay, time for questions. Um, how
Wait. Before that, I should remind you that this is being broadcast on YouTube. So if you don't want your image to be there, I mean, we'd love to have you there, But anyway, some people are shy, so if you want to turn off your camera, that's absolutely fine. Okay, but yes, Q&A. We're open, for questions. Yes. Oh, Katarina is there.
Bianca
That's Bianca,
trying
right?
to attack me. Yes. A Catarina tá com cone da vergonha, bichinha lá. Que dó. Okay, Eduardo, hi.
Please.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I think I would like to know how much is the course.
Okay. We have that information in our website. Let me get this to you. Which one? This is the link for all the courses.
Okay.
Here. But if you tell me which one you're interested, I can tell you.
The language
Let's talk about them. So,
language development.
language development. Okay, so language development for teachers. It's in 7 installments of 348. Thank you, Walter.
No problem.
7 of 348. The Delta Prep. Can you get to
Delta Prep?
Walter, please?
Sure, absolutely. And it's the first one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so 7 of 427. And the TKT Prep is 7, 227. Okay. And as you can see, we also have a book club and a teacher's room. The book club is precisely what it sounds like. We're going to be reading a book together and discussing the chapters together. This one is 5 of 180. So if you're not looking for a course this semester, this can be an interesting opportunity. And the teacher's room is a group mentoring opportunity that will happen once every other week. So, and it's group mentoring. You're expected to participate, to bring questions, to bring challenges to be discussed. And this is 5 of 118. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Eduardo. Thank you.
Thank you,
hi,
Eduardo.
Leslie. Your microphone is off still.
Sorry.
Now it's on. Yeah.
Okay. Basically two questions in one. As I took as you call, pilot Delta module, I'm considering. In fact, I would like to take the language development, but it will not be possible because at this time I'm teaching in a school, and it's the schedule for the whole year, so I cannot change it. It's not a private student. So unfortunately, it will not be this time. But about the Delta preparation, is it the time to go for this one because of the pilot that I've taken with you, or maybe I could go a little bit for the book club and brush up a little bit more?
That's a good question, Wesley. We're going to cover so the pilot Delta that we had focused on methods and approaches.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what we studied together. For this Delta prep, we're going to do the whole of the Delta syllabus.
I see.
So you're going to see a review of methods and approaches, but you're also going to see learner English, text genres, assessment, grammar, lexes. So we're going to cover everything, including a review of what you saw.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a much broader course, Leslie, and I mean, you remember the lessons, right? So the content and everything, but this one has like it's a lot of content. But as for your question, is if it is the time? Oh yeah, absolutely,
Mhm.
absolutely. You're there.
And this time we're taking 2 hours a week, right? So last time it was only 1 hour a week,
I
wasn't it?
guess, yeah,
Yes.
something like that.
Mhm.
And how much time do you recommend in terms of studying during the week, uh, beside the lesson?
Well, if
If your goal is to take the exam after the right after the course,
Not necessarily.
I would say 2 to 3 hours a week.
Okay.
What do you think about?
I think it's more. I
Yeah.
think it's more. I do. I do. Because if you're gonna take the, I mean, if you're gonna take that, this is the intensive course. If you really think about it, like you have 6 months to get ready for. You have the whole content, yes, and you have the lectures, and you have practice tasks, you have feedback, and like you wanna do it next semester. I feel like you are gonna know how you're like around October, November, you're gonna be okay. I think I can do it. You're gonna get the feeling, and then you enroll and you sit the exam. Um, but I think it's about at least good 10 hours. It's like there's we are gonna prepare some materials, but you're expected to have a few books, right? And I know you do, right? So there is a bit of reading, right? But some people, like a lot of people, ask this. And guys, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, ELT in Brazil, that's how this started, right? But we do have a video on the books that you read for the Delta and the experience. And it's like the truth is, you are not expected to read a bunch of books cover to cover, right?
Mhm.
And
Very
you won't have
tough.
to do that, right? So it's kind of like you get the guidance of what you're going to read, what you need to cover, right? And what is in the exam, right? There
Mhm.
is a lot of reading, there is a lot of knowledge to be absorbed, right? But it's not like you're going to have to read, I'm going to read 30 books. No,
Mhm.
that's not going to happen, not going to be necessary. I do know some people who have, right? I do know some people who did that, but usually people who take these intensive, like I'm going to take the course 6 months, I'm going to do it, yeah, there wouldn't be enough time.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
No problem, Wesley.
Eduardo, do you still have a question? No? Okay.
Okay.
So Janaki,
Teacher Erica before. She
Oh
hasn't
yes,
read. Yeah.
Erica.
sorry. Hi, Erika.
No, actually, I would like to know what are the payment methods?
Okay.
And
You can pay through Pix, and we do Pix installments. So you just send us a Pix every month, depending on the number of installments, credit card, or bullet bancário.
okay,
Pretty much everything. We're taking Ghost as well.
and when should, for example, if I decided to take the TKT, when should I start paying? In
For
August or in
the
July
for the exam or for the course?
for the course?
For the course,
I can get
well,
it's in the website.
It depends on your on your planning. So, if you decide to start pay in 7 installments, it would have to be the first payment would have to be in July.
Okay.
If you'd like to pay in 6 installments or less, you can pay in August, and then and start in August.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we have that information on the website as well, Bruno. I'm not sure. Yeah.
I don't think I do. No.
Okay. Yeah. But that's okay.
Hi,
Yeah,
Janaki.
we include it later.
Hi. Yeah, my question is also about the TKT prep. I was here crossing my fingers and praying for the price fit my pocket. And thank God the installments are achievable. And I'm really, really, really excited to have my first certificate and prepare with professionals like you guys. And I'd like to know if you're gonna give the recommendation of a weekly preparation in the course, or you could say something now, because I don't know the volume, of hours per week, if it's too much.
So what we're gonna
And
do is
about the exam as well, I'm sorry. The exam is, they have a schedule, they have a calendar to apply for the exam. It happens the whole year.
Cambridge, please, Bruno, please go. Yeah.
It happens quite often. The TKT, it's an exam that happens quite often, and we're doing this course in partnership with Winner Idiomas in São Paulo.
Cool.
So they are our get-go institute for the exam.
Awesome.
So as you enroll in our course, we're gonna get you in touch with Winner so that you can see the payment options and where to take the test. I'm not sure that you can take the TKT with Winner outside of São Paulo, but there may be some options for Belo Horizonte and big capitals.
Yeah, I live in São Paulo, so for me,
I know, so yeah,
here, yeah.
It wouldn't be a problem.
to go.
And
Yeah.
as
Thank
for
you
the
so much.
dates, just like any Cambridge exam, you probably June, December, but there might be other dates as well, right?
Okay.
I feel like there would be more than that, right?
Yeah, I'm asking because I'm afraid that the knowledge that I'll get, I'll lose some of them until the time I
no.
take the test.
No.
That's the cool thing about the TKT and the Delta is that they are very hands-on. So even though
Okay,
when we
cool.
talk about the Delta and it seems like something, oh my God, methods and approaches, but
Yeah,
everything is connected to the classroom.
okay.
So it's not like you're gonna forget, because
Mm,
once you learn the things, you start. In this, Walter, this is Nietzsche actually. Nietzsche says that education is teaching people to see,
Wow.
and I only
Yeah.
understood that after I managed to connect how we only see things when we're able to name them. So the
Mhm.
moment you start naming things, you begin to see them in your practice. And then you're like, oh, this is TPR. Oh, this is PPP. Oh, this is a method. This is an approach.
Mhm.
This is a technique.
Oh,
Yeah.
and when we talk about depth, then like if you don't know the name of the thing, do you really know the thing? So
And it's
you
difficult
know
to talk about it, right?
Mhm.
exactly,
Yeah.
right? Because how you're gonna talk about that, you want to describe
Mhm.
it, but okay. But I'm gonna, like, on the Delta prep. I'm gonna quote something that you said to me a long time ago, which is, "This is the weirdest exam ever because it feels like se não te dá caderninho, and you just have to go and write like a bunch of things, and yeah, you need a lot of you need to understand this test because yes, there's a lot of terminology, but there are things in the Delta that you're like it's very difficult to think of a answer key to the Delta,
Mhm.
but you do learn to write in the Delta style. Wesley, you probably remember that, right, from your experience, like refining your answers to that matter, right? And Janek, in the TKT,
Mhm.
let's say things are, I don't want to say simpler,
Yeah.
but let's say they're
Don't
not
worry,
as
don't worry.
complex.
It's a first for
They're
me.
not as complex, right?
Mhm.
And well, because like in terms of like a career level, you're starting your career, then
Yeah.
the TKT is really a good way to go.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much,
Thank
guys.
you.
Any other questions, folks? I don't see hands up. No?
I
Okay.
think we could raffle now. Yep.
Yes. So for the raffle, I think it's only fair that we raffle with not everybody who signed up, but everybody who came to
Yes,
the
I
session,
agree.
right? Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
much better. So,
Wesley, you have a question?
and
Not exactly a question, just a heads up. I had the honor and the opportunity to be invited to be a minder in the event, so
Uh,
you can remove my name from the raffle because if
Okay.
I get it, it's not going to be for me. Okay, so more chances for
Sure.
everybody.
Thank you, Wesley. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I could say the same. I'll be there and hope to
Oh,
see you
great.
all. Well, but
Okay.
you can remove my name. But thanks anyway.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Carol. Maria, do you prefer
You
Maria or
can-
Carol?
Carol is good. It's fine.
Carol,
Thank you.
okay. Yes. I figured. Yeah.
Okay. So is everybody here? Cíntia, Daniela, Eduardo,
Wait,
Gabriel, Janaki, Larissa, Erika, and Lara.
right. Mhm.
Yeah.
So wait, the first raffle is for the full ticket, right? The
Yes.
yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. But by the way, we're raffling a ticket and a half.
Sorry,
So
just
we're
a
raffling.
question.
Yes, Cynthia.
Please.
Is this in person, this event?
No, it's an
No.
online
It's
event.
online. Ah, okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say, because I'm in Porto Alegre, so
From
I'm very far.
oh yeah, from the 17th to the 19th of July.
Okay, okay,
Hence
okay.
the fact that I'm freezing here, you know.
I
You see full of
see.
clothes, so it's absolutely cold, freezing. So yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
God. How cold is it
So
there?
10 less, no less, probably less.
oh god.
Oh yeah.
The children are checking their phones. Sorry.
So the first
9.
name here, 9. Jesus. So the
Jesus.
first name
Guys,
to
I'd
be
like to say I'm sorry.
okay.
On the 18th, I won't be able to watch because it's gonna be
Uh-huh.
online because I'll be at Cambridge Day. Is that okay? I
Okay.
participate here. I can if I win the
Yeah,
raffle, I'll
because
be able to be on the
there
other day.
there will be 2 other days, so I think
Okay.
yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
The
3-day
Thank you
same.
so
event.
much. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So the first name to be picked by uh the AI, which we were not really sure how it does random stuff, but no. It's for the full ticket. Okay. And Gabriel, congrats. Woo!
Congrats, Gabriel.
It's been to like 4 or 5 of our webinars so far. So that's great. Gabriel, we're gonna get in touch to get your information so we can send it to Brass Diesel.
Thank you
To
so much.
to
I'm
give
really,
you the
really happy. You have no idea.
That's great. Yeah, this ticket is around $500 now. So yeah,
Yes. Yes.
it's quite. Uh,
Enjoy,
and
Gabriel.
now for 50%, Janaki. So you got a 50% off for the ticket. Would you look at that?
Yay.
So I think
Yay.
it's fair, right? So since you're not coming on one of the days, you don't get the
Yeah.
full free ticket.
Yeah.
It's only
Thank
a
you.
discount.
Bruno,
Nice.
can I ask you to stop sharing now, just so when
Yes.
we end the live? Thank you, man. Yeah. Wonderful. Yes. All right. Well, Janaki, Gabriel, congratulations. Make the most of it. Enjoy it. Please do enjoy it.
Thank you.
Guys, it's been a pleasure. I'm really, really happy and grateful that you all came. I know that it's a Friday night. When I told my wife that we're gonna do this on a Friday night at 7 p.m., she was like, "You're crazy. That this is not gonna work." And I'm really glad that we got these many people, right? So thank you very much. I didn't know some of you because you're in the group. I know Bruno is the one who takes care of he shares everything, right? Our curator. Anyway, thank you, Bruno. And it's been a pleasure.
And folks, invite your friends to our open classes next Friday. Okay, send them the links, get them to come. And Wesley, the book club meetings are not recorded because they're fully interactive as well. So the book club is not like you're not having a lesson on the chapter. It's we get some statements to discuss and then some wrap-up questions. Yeah, so it's really a collaborative space. It's a lot of fun. The book club is very, very interesting, and it's a good way to read keep reading on the field. So next semester we're reading How Languages Are Learned for 7 weeks because it's 7 chapters, and then we're probably moving on to English language teaching now and how it could be. It's a book by Jeff Jordan and Mike Long, which is a vicious book. It's I think it's the best word to describe it.
It is.
It is a 13 chapter book, so we will be reading till next year, actually, right? The second book. And for this second book club, you don't have to buy the book because the author has given me an open PDF file of the book and allowed me to share with teachers taking the book club with us. And he might come to a Q&A session at the end of the book club.
Because it's hard to find those books. This one specifically, it's hard to find.
It is.
The others we can, but this one was really hard.
Yeah.
I remember when you talked about
Bruno, você conta ou eu conto?
What?
Why it's so hard to find that book?
Oh yes. So the reason to the reason that it's so hard to find this book is that the book is very strongly against publishers and course books and the big publishing houses. The author says that it's on the publishers and on course books that we have teachers who are de-skilled and who are paid peanuts, and the reason why our profession is not as appealing as others. So
yeah,
the author says that this is why that this book doesn't get around very much, but we have it.
Maleus Maleficarum.
Yeah. I solemnly swear to do no good, right? Yeah, it's a fantastic book. It's a fantastic book. Folks, thank you for coming. If you have any questions, write to me on WhatsApp. I'm always, not always, but so often available. Write to me and we'll answer some questions. Okay?
Yes.
Folks.
And to those watching it on YouTube, please give us a like, subscribe. Thank you very much.
Thank you. See you.
Folks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the weekend.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
E o cachorro tentou comer tudo, velho, durante a live. Que praga. Caralho.